Some cars become famous because they win races. Others become legends because of the people who chooses to drive them. This Ferrari belongs to the second group. Before becoming a part of Clint Eastwood's garage, it spent time in the collection of legendary Italian movie producer Dino De Laurentiis. In 1966, the ownership changed hands, connecting one of Ferrari's most elegant Grand Tourers with Hollywood's one of the most recognizable names. Today, that story has been recreated in miniature, and only 8 collectors has the privilege to own this beautiful model from BBR. Long before Ferrari was associated with hybrid hypercars and digital dashboards, the company mastered something very different: balance. The 275 GTB has arrived in 1964, at a moment when performance no longer needed to shout. Every surface appears intentional and every proportion feels resolved. The impossibly long bonnet, the compact rear, the low greenhouse, and the flowing fenders combine into a silhouette that has barely aged in more than 60 years. It does not rely on dramatic wings or oversized intakes. Its confidence comes from restraint. Under that elegant body lived Gioacchino Colombo's legendary V12, delivering one of the most celebrated soundtracks Ferrari ever created. The engine wasn't simply powerful, it was refined, eager, and endlessly smooth, combined with a rear-mounted transaxle for improved weight distribution. The 275 GTB represented an important engineering step for Ferrari road cars. It was not built to dominate a single racetrack. It was made to make every road worth driving. Clint Eastwood's choice suddenly makes perfect sense. Throughout his career, his screen presence rarely depended on exaggerated performances. Quiet confidence became his trademark. The Ferrari he purchased reflected exactly that philosophy. Finished in metallic green over a black interior, it avoided the bright reds people instinctively associate with Maranello. Instead, it projected something more understated, more personal, more timeless. This wasn't a Ferrari trying to attract attention. It was a Ferrari rewarded those who paid attention. BBR captures that personality remarkably well. This is a numbered edition limited to only 8 pieces worldwide, making it one of the rarest modern Ferrari replicas the company has ever built. Alongside the model sits a beautifully recreated vintage Texaco fuel pump, referencing the atmosphere surrounding the car, rather than simply functioning as an accessoire. It's a subtle addition, yet it transforms the complete display into a scene. Looking closer reveals why BBR continues to occupy the highest tier of diecast model collecting. The metallic green paint responds beautifully to changing light, shifting from deep emerald tones to brighter highlights without ever looking artificial. Chrome trim remains crisp and restrained. The delicate wire wheels display exceptional depth. Panel gaps are clean and consistent. Nothing feels decorative for the sake of decoration. One particularly important detail is the long bonnet. Unlike the later 275/4, this version features the earlier smooth-bonnet design. To many people, it might seem like a minor difference. To Ferrari enthusiasts, it immediately identifies an earlier chapter in the evolution of one of Maranello's defining Grand Tours. It's exactly the kind of authenticity collectors expect at this kind of level. Every BBR model is assembled in Italy, and that heritage is visible throughout the finished piece. Rather than chasing spectacle, the company focused on precision, proportion, and faithful interpretation. The result isn't simply a smaller Ferrari. It feels like a carefully preserved fragment of automotive history. Perhaps what makes this model so compelling. It celebrates far more than a beautiful machine. For most people, the original Ferrari will remain an impossible dream. But stories don't lose their value simply because they are scaled down. Sometimes they become easier to appreciate when they're sitting quietly behind the glass, waiting for someone to notice the details everyone else walks past. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Vaulted Figures.